westelike Leopard skurwepadda lyk dalk nie so nie, maar word deur sommige as 'n heldhaftige amfibiese dier beskou. Elke winter migreer honderde Kaapse Leopard skurwepaddas tot 8 km ver en staar in die proses ongelooflike struikelblokke in die gesig. Alles sodat die padda kan gaan opsit.
And if you equate that migration to the great migrations of the world, like the sardines, salmon and the wildebeest, we've got a migration happening right through our suburbs every winter.
Alison Faraday en Susie Jekyll het 10 jaar gelede Toad Nuts begin. Hulle en ander vrywilligers span saam om die bedreigde westelike Leopard skurwepadda te red. Susie het as student haar eerste van hierdie skepsels teëgekom, toe sy op 'n reënerige nag stilgehou het om tot een in die middel van die pad se redding te kom.
And then before I could get home, which was a minute away, I found another toad and then another toad, and then I ended up with this handful of toads that I didn't know what to do with. I brought them home, and then I phoned my friend Alison and I said, we need to do something. Something's happening. I don't know what it is.
Hulle is groter as meeste ander paddas en spog met pragtige patrone en kleure.
And the main defining feature is that it's got chocolate brown spots on a yellow background.
Toads are, in fact, frogs. Toads have got a little bit extra going for them in that they can walk and crawl and hop, whereas frogs can just hop.
En hulle is nie vol nonsens nie.
They live predominantly on anything that moves. So they've been recorded even taking something as big as a mouse.
The benefits of having the western leopard toad in your property is that it controls your insect population and it keeps everything in balance. So what you do for the western leopard toad, you're doing for biodiversity.
En hulle sal in enige vars water broei.
As long as it's standing still. So when somebody puts in a pond, they'll migrate to that pond and happily start breeding in that pond.
Hulle leef vir die grootste deel van die jaar heel gelukkig met miljoene mense saam. Ongelukkig het mense paaie en snelweë reg rondom die poele waarin hulle broei gebou, wat maak dat daar elke jaar duisende paddas is wat die gevaar loop om doodgery te word. Maar te danke aan Toad Nuts wat reddingsoperasies bestuur om hierdie springende Romeo's te help om hulle Juliette te bereik, is daar nou baie meer paddas wat die paarseisoen oorleef. Alison sê dis gewoonlik die mannetjies wat eerste by die dammetjies aankom.
When they call, they make a beautiful snoring sound. And that attracts the females to the ponds.
Sommige mannetjies word satellietmannetjies genoem en wag in die poele se omtrek. Wanneer die wyfies aankom, spring hierdie mannetjies op hulle rug.
And they form something called amplexus, which is where they are paired, but only externally. The boys have a kind of a toad velcro on the inside of their thumbs and they hook under the chest of the girls. And then they go to the pond together where she will drop 25,000 eggs and he will fertilize those.
Maar net 'n paar van hulle bereik volwassenheid. Visse, voëls, naaldekoker larwes en selfs knaagdiere is baie lief vir hierdie lang gelatineagtige stringe padda-eiers, as ook die paddavissies wat uit die eiers uitbroei. En al lê Leopard skurwepaddas hulle eiers in die water, kan hulle nie vir baie lank swem nie, aangesien hulle nie swempote het nie. Hulle bring eintlik die grootste deel van hulle lewens op land deur.
They also like to find all of the little nooks and crannies that we like to leave around, like some pieces of wood or some bricks or anything like that. They love to hide under those types of things.
Susie stel voor dat as jy 'n dammetjie in jou tuin het, jy moet seker maak dat daar 'n uitklimpunt soos 'n klip in die hoekie van die dammetjie is.
Otherwise they can drown.
Susie en Alison het ook met 'n padda reddingsstelletjie vir swembaddens vorendag gekom.
So it means that a toad finding its way out of a swimming pool would come to the edges, it would swim all the way around, come here and then be able to exit very easily.
En as jy graag by die Toad Nuts span wil aansluit, kan jy hulle toepassing op jou slimtoestel aflaai. Sodoende kan jy jou waarnemings op hulle databasis byvoeg.
In reality, if all citizens could be scientists and contribute to science, our science data would be phenomenal. So this is an opportunity to capture that data and give it to the scientists, and then we can better help the Western leopard toad.
En kinders kan ook gerus aanmeld. Susie se dogter, Jenny, is 'n junior toadnut.
Being a turnout kid is really fun because I get to do like cleanups, like wetland cleanups. And whatever I do, I feel like I'm helping the environment.
Gelukkig is paddas baie territoriaal, so as jy eers 'n padda in jou tuin gewaar het, is daar 'n goeie kans dat hy daar gaan bly.
Once the female has dropped her egg, she immediately comes back to the same garden that she left. We can tell that because the markings on their back are like fingerprints and they're completely unique. So if you have a toad in your garden, you should feel very, very lucky because it's chosen your garden and will continue moving to and from your garden every breeding season until the day it dies.